On the news tonight, Anambra Governor's wife, Mrs. Soludo, taxed in the Anambra on natural foods for healthy living. Police in Anambra repels armed hoodlums at Uli. European Union partners Nigeria in manufacturing of health products. Thousands of passengers stranded as Air Vanuatu liquidates. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of Koibo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Details of the news. I am Priska Wonko. The Department of Nursing Science of Chukwemeka Odumegwu University Wariam campus has held its 2024 Nurses Week Concurrence Interactive Forum with the Vice Chancellor and Healthy Living Lecture Series with Nonya Soludo. Queen Anibogo reports that events held at university premises in Ibariam has as its theme, promoting healthy living through nursing care practice. Correspondent Queen Anibogo found in this report.
In her presentation, the wife of the governor, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, represented by the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afamo Bidike, said she is championing healthy living program, teaching people how they can live healthy lives by consuming natural foods. Mrs. Soludo, who is also the founder, Healthy Living with Nonye Soludo, noted that there are a lot of diseases, especially the non-communicable ones like diabetes, high blood pressure, which can be reversed through change in diet and lifestyle. The governor's wife expressed desire to partner with the Department of Nursing Science of the institution in necessary areas in order to improve the lives of the Anambra. The acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Kate Omenua, in her remarks said nursing is not just a profession, but a calling to serve others, to make a difference, and to bring comfort and healing to those in need. She explained that every year, COOU Ibariam has more people seeking admission to the field of nursing, but unfortunately, the university's carrying capacity and availability of infrastructures are affecting the number of students being admitted into the institution.
This is one of the courses that is in high demand. Just to take a little example, I came in and the number of people were taking their papers, they had to change us. To change to another department here, we had way over 180 students just wanting to move from anatomy to nursing, from physiology to nursing, from this to nursing.
The head of Department of Nursing Science, Dr. Ada Ibewe, who is also the host, in her address said the week is dedicated in recognizing and appreciating the remarkable works nurses do on a daily basis to care for their patients with skill, compassion, and unwavering dedication. In her goodwill message, the Commissioner for Women and Social Affairs, Mrs. Ifi Obinabo, advised the nursing students to remain focused, committed to their studies, assuring them that they have a leader in their VC. During the interactive session with the parents, the acting Vice Chancellor highlighted some of the challenges facing the department, and some of the parents responded by making financial donations. Presentation of fresh fruits of various types, sanitary pads by the governor's wives to the department, Florence Nightingale displays, dances featured during the ceremony.
Anambra State Police Command operatives have repelled and dispersed armed criminal elements reported to have shot sporadically at Uli community within the precincts of the Uli campus of Chukwemeka Odumegwu University. The operatives are on the trail of the hoodlums. In a release signed by the police public relations officer, more operators, operational and intelligence resources of the command have been further deployed to the area to reinforce the security of the university and its environs. According to the release, information from eyewitnesses reveals that the gunmen started shooting indiscriminately, causing fear among law-abiding citizens of the community. However, no casualties were recorded as order has been fully restored in the area. The release adds that the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of Finance and Administration and the Command's Acting Commissioner of Police, DCP Fidelis Ogarabe, has ordered the operatives to ensure that criminal elements are fished out. He reiterates the unwavering commitment of the command to maintain law and order and the safety of residents of the community as state in general. He urged members of the public to call the command control room of 0703-919-4332 or the Police Public Relations Officer, PPRO, 0803-933-4002 in the event of any distress. They can also use the MPF Rescue Me app usable on Android and Apple iOS phones to make reports. The Rotary Club of Oka GRA have visited the corporate headquarters of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Oka, on an assessment visit for East tree planting intervention. According to Mr. Fidel Okafo, the past president of Rotary Club of Oka GRA and also the assistant governor designate Zone 14, the visit was to check on the trees planted at the station 2 years ago to see how they are faring while planning for another tree planting intervention. Correspondent Kenneth Chukwudi tells us more.
Therefore, harped that tree planting helped to secure the environment and make it livable and beautiful, as their next intervention would be with better tree plants that would fit the soil of the station, appreciating the managing director, Sachido Obidiegu, for his cooperation.
The club came here and planted some trees. After about 2 years now, we are here to check on those trees. We realized that a lot of them did not do well, except this cashew. We've learned that the soil here is facing some challenges of maybe some termites or things like that. And it's not all types of trees or crops that can make well here. We thank God that at least there is a success story. There is one that is surviving well. And our club is determined to make impact here. With the cooperation we receive with the management here at all times, we want to make sure that we do something that will, be sustainable.
Welcoming the club members and after joining them on a tour of the planted trees, Sir Obidiegu appreciated Rotary for their efforts at improving lives of the people as their key objective, pointing that the state government, in the same vein, has distributed 10,000 seedlings of coconut and palm trees to Indianambra to support families in economic earnings.
You will be comfortable with your coming back now with more robust and rugged seedlings or crops because of the environment, the kind of environment we have here. Like I told you, this place was a cemetery, and you have termites, rheumagene, anything you plant here. So you must come with very rugged species of plants to be able to survive here. So it's a welcome idea. And I know that Rotary, believes in improving lives of people, and that is part of the objectives, that made me to come here. So we welcome that.
The acting director, News and Current Affairs, ABS, Mrs. Judy Jeff Nwabueze, and the president, Rotary Club of Oka GRA, Mr. Ugochukwu Ibanu, and the incoming president of the club, Mr. Martins Nzocha, were part of the visit. In Oka, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for EBS News.
Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has approved the appointments of the members of the Governing Council of Nwafọ College of Education, Nsugbe. In a release endorsed by Press Secretary to the Governor, Christian Aburime, stated that Mrs. Nneka Onyali Ibe is the chairman of the council. According to the release, the council has ordered for members to include Chief Fidelis Nweke, member, Professor Reverend Sister Uju Marie Esther Deboa, member, Venerable Dr. Rex C. Kano, member, and Professor Celestine Uzoma Agworo, member. And away from that, the European Union and Nigeria have agreed to work towards a stronger partnership in all aspects of life, including the mobilization of public and private sectors investors towards increased local manufacturing of vaccines and other health products. Speakers at the 2024 Europe Day in Abuja alluded to the fact that EU cooperation with Nigeria tops global rankings, whether in the energy and climate, digital innovation, health, or entrepreneurship areas. ABS Abuja Bureau Chief Princess Ekwiyajide reports.
An evening of networking, cementing of partnerships at the celebration in commemoration of Sman's vision on 9th May 1950, which laid the foundation for the formulation of the European Union with the aim of building peace. In a speech, the EU ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Samuel Isopi, said while working with the National Assembly, governments at federal and state levels, they had remained strong advocates and supporters of the need for a vibrant civil society which provides a unique opportunity to promote change and accountability. According to the ambassador, there is no other region in the world where democracy, the rule of law, and respect for human rights are as advanced as they are in the EU, or where people can have access to health care, education, and welfare, regardless of their social or financial status. She announced that this year's Nigeria EU Business Forum on 2nd July in Abuja will be a witness to progress made and raise ambition for the years to come.
The European Union is a testament to the power of partnership. I would like to call this day not only the Europe Day, but the Partnership Day. And the values that we celebrate today are values that unite us and inspire our work with our partners and our work with Nigeria and our work with ECOWAS.
The Deputy Speaker, Nigeria's Federal House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, was full of praises for the European Union for its support in various sectors, saying that collaborative efforts will ensure a more inclusive, transparent, and effective governance structure in Nigeria. He called for renewal of commitment to deepening ties and exploring new opportunities for cooperation, especially as the world is facing complex challenges from climate change to economic inequality, as it is through partnerships like these that solutions that will benefit all is found.
The EU is supporting Nigeria's digital transformation with 820 million euros investment through its Global Gateway Initiative, GGI. Investment includes 160 million euros in grants, 660 million euros in loans.
The European Union has grown in leaps from the 6 founding member states to 27, despite the loss of one of its members. Other countries of the larger European family are clamoring to join the bloc. In Abuja, Princess Ekwiyajide reporting.
Artificial intelligence, its challenges and opportunities for evangelization and social development were tops on the agenda at a maiden edition of the Communication Week public lecture in Abuja. The gathering convened by the Directorate of Social Communications of the Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria dissected the impact of artificial intelligence on education and the church. Again, Princess Ekwiyajide tells us more.
Keynote address, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria (CBCN), through its president, Most Reverend Lucius Ugoji, cautioned against the unethical use of artificial intelligence. According to him, despite the enormous benefits, the development and deployment of AI digital technology must be approached with ethical rigor and balance that prioritizes human welfare alongside technological progress.
Stress that we need to walk this path with caution, wisdom, foresight, and a deep sense of responsibility. Echoing the mind of the Holy Father Pope Francis in his message for 2024 World Communication Day, let us embrace AI not as a force that diminishes our humanity, but as a tool that amplifies our capacity for empathy, compassion, understanding, and service.
The Emeritus Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, John Cardinal Onaiko, on his part, said that scientific progress must be subject to human, moral, and ethical control, noting that ethical control is a responsibility that humanity abdicates at its great peril.
Bringing out machines that try to imitate human thinking. We don't know how far developments in this regard will go, but the warning of Pope Francis remains valid that it is not everything that we can do that we should do.
In a lecture tagged, "Is there artificial intelligence?" an interrogation on the way to a convergence of technology, communication and evangelization, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Augustine University, Ilarekpe, Lagos State, Professor Anthony Akinwale, explored how the astounding accomplishment that artificial intelligence represents can be used for the work of development and evangelization in our time and climate.
An artificial intelligence generated homily would not sit well with the way a Dominican is supposed to preach. It will not sit well with the motto of the Dominican order to contemplate and to share with others the fruit of one's contemplation.
Earlier, in their separate addresses of welcome, the Episcopal Chairman, Social Communications, Catholic Bishops Conference of Nigeria, Most Reverend David Ajang, and the Secretary General, Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria, Very Reverend Father Zachariah Samjumi, described the event as a significant milestone in the Church's continuous journey towards fostering effective and faith-driven communication within the community and beyond. In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting.
Air Vanuatu, the national carrier of the Pacific Islands nation of Vanuatu, has gone into liquidation a day after it cancelled all flights, leaving thousands of travelers stranded. More than 20 flights to and from the Australian cities of Sydney and Brisbane, as well as the New Zealand city of Auckland, have been cancelled, with the airline blaming extended maintenance requirements on their aircrafts. EWA, the international consultant appointed by the government to oversee the liquidation, assured travelers stranded in Vanuatu that they hope to get the company's small fleet of planes back in the sky as soon as possible. They said they were working with the airline's management to resume normal operations after conducting safety and maintenance checks, but could not provide a date for when that might be. Air Vanuatu operates 4 planes between the country's islands, which rely heavily on tourism, and to Australia, New Zealand, and other South Pacific island nations. EY said his appointment followed a challenging period for the global aviation industry, including labor shortages, as well as rising operating costs and disruption from extreme weather. Tourism accounts for about a third of the country's economy, according to the Australia Pacific Islands Business Council. The outlook for the airline is positive despite pressures on the broader industry, and Air Vanuatu is a strategically vital national carrier, EY said in a statement. The first meeting of creditors will be scheduled shortly, while the current management team will remain in place, it added. Australian carrier Qantas Airways said it was supporting its code-share passengers who were booked on Air Vanuatu flights. While the Vanuatu Tourism Office said discussions were underway with Virgin Australia and Fiji Airways about flying stranded passengers to their destinations. Atalanta winger Ademola Lookman can hide his assessments after helping the club secure a place in the final of the UEFA Europa League. Gianpiero Gasparini's side defeated Olympic Marseille 3-0 in the second leg of their semi-finals tie at the Gewiss Stadium, Bergamo, on Thursday night. Ladier won the 2-leg contest 4-1 on aggregate. Lookman scored a goal and also grabbed an assist in the encounter. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS on any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow at Edinburgh Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca. Follow on X at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this evening, a recap of the main points. Edinburgh Governor's wife, Mrs. Saludo, has taxed in the Edinburgh and natural food to healthy living. Police in Edinburgh have repelled armed hoodlums at Uli. European Union has partnered Nigeria in manufacturing of health products. Thousands of passengers were stranded as Air Vanuatu liquidates. To end the news, here is the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Saludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of Koibu values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. That ends the evening news at this time on ABS Television. Thanks for watching. I am Priska Wonko. Good evening and have a wonderful night rest.